What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 10 must-do things in the fall in Winston-Salem. Let's get into the video. If we haven't met before, my name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, but we've got connections all over the state. And the reason that I wanted to bring you guys this video is because my favorite time of the year, the fall, is finally upon us. It is time where we start seeing the leaves change color, the fall, the brisk air, the cool nights, the warm days. I love this time of year. This is my favorite time of the year. And really, this is when a lot of people in the Triad, in the Winston-Salem area, begin to thrive and live their best lives, as the kids say these days. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I tell you some of the top 10 things to do in the fall in the Winston-Salem area. Number one, we're gonna talk about movies. Movies at the park, movies at Aperture Cinema. I really enjoy movies at the park because what's better than watching a nice movie on a brisk, cool night under the stars, under a blanket with your loved ones. Movies at the Park is an event hosted by Aperture Cinema, a local movie house here in Winston-Salem. It's actually a free event and it's hosted several times throughout the year. However, nothing beats those fall movies in the park. They show all your favorite movies. I think this year they're doing Hocus Pocus on October 18th. Hopefully you're watching this video in time to enjoy that, but just look at their website. You'll be able to see the calendar and what movies are showing. Now, normally they are in Bailey Park inside of Winston-Salem, downtown Winston-Salem, but they are known to also host other movie events throughout the Triad. Number two, Pilot Mountain. It's our local mountain here in the Winston-Salem area. 25-30 minutes northwest. Now, it's open year round, but it is absolutely breathtaking in the fall. There are several outlooks throughout the mountain as you go up there that you can park at and enjoy the scenery. There's easy parking and there's all kinds of different hiking levels. So if you're an amateur like me, you can go on the easy routes all the way to the, super hard, difficult, long, rocky trails. You can also camp, you can fish, kayaking, all kinds of fun things you can do at Pilot Mountain. And now you can go year round, like I mentioned before. However, the best time, in my opinion, not only because of the weather, but also because of the scenery, is going to be the fall. Those fall colors are just so bright and vibrant, and I'm so excited for it. That segues perfectly into number three, which is going to be the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, this is going to be more of a day activity. You can't just go there and come back like you can Pilot Mountain. The Blue Ridge Parkway spans around 470 miles, and it goes all the way from North Carolina to Virginia. They're known as the Blue Ridge Mountains because from a distance, when you're looking at the mountain peaks, there's like a blue aura, blue hue to it. It's really cool looking. But once again, the Blue Ridge Mountains, just like Pilot Mountain, is going to be beautiful. It's just like Pilot Mountain on a way bigger scale. Obviously, it's gorgeous out there in the fall. It's gorgeous out there year round. And a lot of people like to go out there and ride their motorcycles or just go for a cruise. There's a lot of cool cabins you can rent out. But definitely during the fall, it's going to be one of those must-go destinations at least once. Number four, the Carolina Classic Fair. This is going to be 10 days of food, fun, rides, and more. Now, this is going to be larger than your typical small town fair, but it's not as big as like the state fair that we have here. It's an annual tradition, believe it or not, since 1882 for the Carolina Classic Fair. And it is a great way to kick off the cool weather. Me and my family are gonna be going this upcoming weekend. We're so excited. It's one of those things that if you're from a small town, you always run into someone you know because everyone drops what they're doing and goes to the Classic Fair every single year. Now, me and my family, we're gonna be going this coming weekend. I might see you there. Actually, by the time this video gets posted, it'll have just ended, so maybe I'll catch you there next year. But it is an amazing thing to do every single fall. Number five, you gotta go to the Lexington Barbecue Festival. Now, I know fall and barbecue doesn't really correlate that well. I think barbecue is probably more of a summer activity, I should say, but trust me, you just gotta try it. Now, Lexington is not that far at all. It's only about 20 miles away from Winston-Salem, and it actually happens to be one of the state's largest annual events. The festival was founded in 1985, and every single year they have around 200,000 visitors to the barbecue festival in Lexington, North Carolina. Now, it's insane to think that 200,000 people are gonna crowd the streets of little old Lexington, North Carolina, but that's literally what happens every year. I've been down in there where it's elbow to elbow. It's so hard to walk around because it is so packed, but everyone's so polite, everyone's having a great time, and everyone's trying different kinds of barbecue, so everyone's got a big old smile on their face. Number six, the Hispanic Heritage Festival. The Hispanic League usually hosts the Hispanic Heritage Festival every year, and they've been doing it since 1992, at least when it was established in 1992. Now, it's usually around September, but I'm still gonna count it as a fall activity because it technically is the fall. It just occurred this year, so be on the lookout for it next year. 20,000+ attendees usually, and the really cool thing is that it's so diverse. You have people from all over Latin America with all different kinds of foods, all different kinds of musics, all different kinds of outfits. It's really fun. It's really a celebration of Hispanic culture. The Apple Festival at Bethadra Park. Now this one I unfortunately missed this year. Winston-Salem has a lot of its roots in Moravian history dating back to the 1700s. When the Moravians arrived in the area, they immediately started planting trees, and apple trees was one of their most favorite things to plant. Within just a few years, the hills surrounding the Winston-Salem area were overgrown with apple orchards. Now I didn't know this, but one of the reasons that they are so fixated or why they love apples so much is because apple is one of those things that you can dehydrate, you can preserve it for a long time, but you can also make all kinds of stuff with apple juice, apple jam, apple pie, apple lemonade or Appleade, all kinds of products made with apple that I didn't even know existed. But it's a very versatile fruit, and because the Moravians were so resourceful, they really took full advantage of it. This event just occurred at the end of September. It happens every single year, and we love to go because you run into a lot of people you like, and it's a great excuse to be out there in the nice fall weather, walk around a historic, beautiful park, and you might even support the local economy. There's a lot of people that are dressed in the era appropriate attire, so you get kind of a feel of what it was like, and it's really like a history lesson when you walk through some of those buildings there. They're teaching you how they cooked, how they taught, what they ate on a daily life, and they're just seeing their beds and seeing the way they cooked. It's quite incredible. We got some amazing things left on this list for you today. Before we go any further though, I can't call myself a YouTuber if I don't do the following, which is a shameless plug, right? Do me a favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe, because those kinds of things, honestly, they keep me super motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you guys. Thank you so much to everyone that's reached out. I love talking to you guys, finding out what part of the country you're from and what's bringing you to the Winston-Salem area, to North Carolina in general. But yeah, feel free to reach out, call, text, email, number is on the screen. Also, I'm gonna leave you some amazing links in the about section of this video, including the free Winston-Salem relocation guide, as well as all my social media handles. Now, the reason that you might want to be my friend on social media, well, that is, everyone does need another friend, but also because I post a lot of local content, whether it's food reviews, things going on in the city, events like the ones we're going to be talking about today, or we have already talked about. So it kind of gives you an in-person perspective of what it's like to live in the city. Enough of that for now, let's get back to the video. Number 8, and I believe my wife was the one that put this one on this list because she loves to do this, is going to be fall nature walks. One of the amazing things about our little part of the country here is that we're surrounded by nature, and I love and appreciate that every single day. We have so many amazing parks, walking trails, but not only that, we also have a lot of natural water features. We have lakes, we have streams, we have rivers, and all kinds of other things. And the city really takes care of their parks as well, so I really enjoy going to Quarry Park or Salem Lake or any of the other parks in the city to just enjoy a leisurely walk with a nice cool breeze around a walking trail to just talk to the missus. Obviously, walking a park that's free, but it's something I really enjoy and I want to do more of. Number 9, local farmers markets. Don't forget to check out the local farmers markets. I could tell you about some of my favorites, but honestly, there's so many and there's more that are popping up. And if you're in, whether you're in Winston-Salem, Highport, or Greensboro, there's gonna be a whole different array of different farmers markets. Even the little towns, a lot of them have their own farmers markets. Obviously, they have a lot of produce, a lot of vegetables, but also a lot of like arts and crafts, a lot of artisan goods as well. Usually they got great vegetables, they've got great produce, they've got a food truck or two usually there. There's some big ones, there's small ones, but it's really cool to see and meet the people that are actually growing some of the produce in the area, and also meet some local artisans that are making some amazing things to take home. Number 10 is gonna be for all of my spooky heads, all my Halloween people, all my spooky season aficionados, and that's gonna be ghost tours and ghost walks. Now, me and my wife, we do the Winston-Salem ghost tour every single year. In fact, no matter where we go on vacation, we're usually gonna be doing a ghost tour. But if you like history and or ghosts and ghost stories and spooky, interesting stories about the area that you live, then you're definitely gonna enjoy a good ghost tour. So we've got ghost tours and ghost walks. There's also a lot of those things that people call the the haunted trails, the woods of terror, those kinds of things that are really popular. I haven't gotten to one of those in a long time because I don't know if my heart can take it anymore. Those things are really scary. But I have gone in the past, and I know there's some really good scary ones around here in Greensboro and Hickory. There's all over the place. We have a lot of open woods areas, so you know they take full advantage of the spooky trails. Guys, that's it for today's video. Before you go clicking on another competitor's video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in next week's video.